later.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian Cosme, right out of a very, very stormy, right now, Oklahoma City. And I got my co-host right there, Southern Flame, Don McIntyre, joining the show tonight.
Hello, Flames.
And we got Dan Chandler from the band Evans Blue and a bunch of awesome bands we're going to talk about. So what's going on, Dan? Thank you for joining the show with us tonight.
Well, thank you for having me, man. And Dawn, nice to meet you, girl.
Nice to meet you,
Love
Dan.
them shades. I feel like I'm.
Thanks, babe.
I need some swag or something, you know. It's great to be here.
You know, it's my sunglasses is a lot of topic of conversation.
We do talk about it sometimes. Even on the show, we talk about it. We're talking about it now.
The sunglasses are part of my prescription. I have to have tinted sunglasses for light sensitivity. So
That's awesome.
It's the fashion statement. So
I love them. Don't get me wrong. I think they're great. I need to do something else. I need something fancy.
Yeah, well, you and I don't have hair, so we have to accessorize in other ways, right?
Yeah, no, this was a choice.
look, give me the look.
Yeah, right. Get it. All right.
I didn't shave my head today, so I can't do it. No, it's like weird, bushy on the sides, you know?
Yeah, no, I get it. And then everybody's like, it looks the same. And I'm like, no, man, it's not the
No,
same.
it doesn't.
It's heavy smooth.
Look, when I think about Evans Blue, right? When I think about Evans Blue, it takes me back to so for me, I remember I joined a band in Oklahoma City, and they're like, this band Evans Blue, and I was like, yeah. They're like, they want to sound like Evans Blue, and I was the drummer, right? I was like, okay, so I was trying to mimic the drumming style. This is 2011, maybe, I guess, because you joined Evans Blue in what year was that?
Well, it was the end of 2008, early 2009.
Okay. And the band's originally from Canada, right?
Yeah.
So the band's from Canada, and then how the heck do you, I guess you sent them some singing, how does that work being from Missouri?
Yeah. Well, it actually, going to make myself old, but I think you'll appreciate this. MySpace actually came into play at some point.
Ooh, so, MySpace is awesome.
Man, I mean, we didn't have Facebook when this was going on, you know.
Right.
I'm with Switch 3 at the time in St. Louis. We had moved to LA, came back a year later, moved back to LA by myself. And then when I came home the last time, I'm like, you know what? I ended up getting this publishing deal. So I was like, maybe it's just not going to be on stage. Maybe I can just write and maybe I'll get an opportunity. You know, you're a starving musician, just paying your dues, you know, and you don't know how it's going to turn out. Well, I go to my drummer's house at the time, and I heard that, and I knew some friends that liked Evans Blue, and I had heard Evans Blue singles like Cold and Pursuit.
Right.
And I thought they were awesome, you know. So I heard they were looking for a singer, so I hit up their MySpace page. I said, "What are you guys looking for?" And Pitter wrote back. He's like, "We're looking for a singer." I'm like,
Did you think at that time they were even going to message you back?
I mean, I didn't know. I mean, what can you know?
Yeah.
I'm like,
right?
we'll just see what
the
they
answer
say.
is always no if you don't ask.
That's right.
That's right.
The opportunity. And you know, I had been writing songs literally one song a day, but I would record them, program the drums, do the bass guitar, electric guitar, sing the songs, write the song. Every day, my goal was to do a song a day. That doesn't mean they were all good, but it was every day I made myself do a song a day for so long that I always had new material, and it made me better, obviously. You know, the more you do, the better you get.
Yeah, the better you get, yeah.
So I had the 4 tracks on my MySpace page, and I'm like, you know, listen to my tracks that I have. I don't know, you know, I had been playing music for quite some time, and he wrote me back, and he was like, we like it. We'd like to send you some tracks to write to. And I was like, let's do this.
Great.
So they sent me Who We Are, which is off of our self-titled album, just the music. I sent back that song the next day because, you know, an opportunity comes, you take it. So I was right the next day. Then they sent me Bulletproof music and something else. And I mean, I was just on it. I'm like, I don't care. I'm getting this. It has to happen for me. And sent them the songs. They loved it. Flew me out to Toronto. Actually, I went to, I don't even know the name of this town in Canada. It was Pitter's area, our bass player in Evans Blue. And it's there has to be 7 people in the town or something crazy, freezing cold. But anyway, it was an awesome opportunity. Met the manager, the producer, Trevor and Mary. We rehearsed, and that was it. History was done. Came back home, finished the record, went back to Toronto, and yeah.
So back then, like, so this was like 2008, right, when all this was going down, and technology has advanced. I mean, just in the last 10 years, in the last decade, technology with bands and people live all over the place, right? So did you have to move to where they lived in Canada to stay in the band?
No.
Or you didn't have to. So they were able to get you your music while you were living in Missouri, right?
That's how it's kind of like the beginning. You know, I've always been in bands that were in my towns, obviously. You have band practice in the basement or in a whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what I've always known. So when this opportunity came, believe it or not, which I'm sure you can imagine, it's very painless. There's a give and take to it, but the painless part was they'd send me music. I'd write to the music, and we all were very easy to hear, you know, potential on a song. And so it was always Vlad or Parker would send me a track. Pitter would send some every once in a while. And I would write to it, send it back, send it to my producer, send it to all the guys. We all had our input, but we knew there was something in some of them, right? So most of the time I wouldn't even finish the song if I didn't like where it was going. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, I'd written a lot of songs where I don't want to write 50 songs and pick 10. I want to write I don't want to waste my time. I'm going to write the 10 songs that I feel good about, finish them, send them out, and then we just tweak them from there, you know, because once you get in the studio, it does turn into a whole nother creature, but you've got to have the soul of it there. You're like, there's something here, you know.
You got to have that feeling, like it's gonna be awesome. And, you know, dude, that album with This Time It's Different, that song, so that's one of my favorite songs, right? Because I like the question everything part.
Yes,
I love that part.
Erase My Scars is one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a great song. So I went jogging today, and I was listening. I said, you know, play songs by Evans Blue, and I was sitting there, and I was like feeling my jog. I was like, yeah, this is why I like this band, because I feel like a lot of the songs that you sing, a lot of it's almost relatable to like breakups, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah, and people take things right there. People say all kinds of different things for different songs. But
yeah, I mean, that's what's beautiful about it, right?
Right.
I mean, I am going to kick. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I'm just get me all excited here, guys. Come on.
I was going to kick it up a notch talking about Emissary Echo and the new song, Running with the Pain.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I want to know the inspiration behind that.
Oh, interesting.
I want details.
I'll give you some inspiration.
Yeah,
here.
Give it to me.
I'll give you what I fed on. See, look, let's break it down. Cheers, because I'm drinking, and we're gonna have a good conversation here. I love talking about lyrics.
Cheers.
I'm always talking, you know, with my dad around like our Amazon Echo, or whether we're in the basement or whatever it is. I want to have like this lyric group of people. It sounds silly, I know, but really, like, some people are lyric people, some people are just not. And I feel like I love lyrics. I don't ever want to put something out there that doesn't mean something to me anymore if I have in the past, you know. So I stopped that a long time ago. But I want like a group of people that sit around and just, what does this mean to you? Or what do you think this means? You know, anyways.
I'm down.
Yeah, no.
I'm down for that conversation. I've got notebooks full of lyrics. That's all I write.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever seen it. I think I sent one person a notebook or a page out of a notebook that I've written in years. So, yeah.
Why?
You keep it to yourself?
Yeah, I do. I just write things down.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's like really, because you're so vulnerable and you put yourself out there and you mean it, you know, and people know that. And I think vulnerability is probably the best weapon in the world against your insecurities, you know, like give yourself up.
When you're up late at night and you don't have anything else to do and
it feels good to you.
Grab that notebook and just write that shit down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever 100%. Written a song? Have you ever written a song that you felt when you were too vulnerable to release? You're like, man, this is a little bit too much, a little bit too personal, maybe, that you felt like I'll change the lyrics or write something else about it. Has that ever happened?
I have thought about that before. You know, there's a song I'm working on right now for a new Evans Blue record where I was a little concerned about some of the lyrics, where I was like, well, and it's personal. All my stuff's real to me, you know, and
Right.
and I'm sure a lot of people can relate. But I started thinking, you know, we had a friend of ours, his mom, she committed suicide, and that's a big deal, right? Like to my family or to anybody we surround ourselves. Our friends are our family, right? So when that happened, I thought, okay, I'm writing this song, and I'm just all in it. Like I feel it, it's real, it's happening, and it all came out like that. Well, some of the lyrics are, you know, honest. Like I'd almost have to play the song to let you know, but it's got parts of it like I hate to sound so vague, but okay, so one of the parts is, doesn't matter how we die, anybody there from suicide. Like there's part of it where I'm talking to somebody who has left this earth, and I'm saying, you know, like, hey, did your body grow like mine? You know, there's just a lot of cool questions in it that are very honest, and it's not depth, but it's real, right? So it's like,
it's raw.
Yes, it's like, okay, this guy's just saying it. He's not trying to write a great melody that is all that song has, which I appreciate great melodies too. I have my guilty pleasures. Trust me, a lot of them. But I like writing the real stuff, and you know it's real when you have to question it, kind of like what you were asking. You know, and it's like, well, do I do this? Because my friend is going to hear this. And I don't know if is it going to be something, and I talk to him, you know, but yeah, there are moments when you feel that way, but I think those are the ones you do it.
You don't want to come across as insulting. You want to come across as genuine and
yeah.
I get what you're saying. So yeah, so that does happen. And I would say in every Evans Blues song that I've heard you sing on, every single song, and I'm a lyric person, right? I think that's why I like the music so much, is because you can relate to what you're saying on so many different levels. I just thought you kept on breaking up with people. I was like, damn.
You can feel the raw passion in so much of it. Fight or Flight, Leaving, that song, I had no idea, I'll be honest with you, that you was a vocalist on that song.
Yeah.
I did not know until recently when Sebastian and I was talking.
Yeah, so because Fight or Flight's like one that you guys came out with a single that I had on a CD with two snakes. Was there a snake? Oh, there was a snake on it, right?
Yep.
And what's the name of that song? That was
First of the Last was our first.
Yes, that song is so good. I love that song.
Man.
Now, how did Fight or Flight start? Because you have the drummer from Disturbed, is that right? And then you on vocals and some other people. How'd that form? Was it like you guys toured together and decided to make a mesh there?
Yeah, I mean, similar to that. I mean, it was really the guitar player from Disturbed, Dan Donegan, and Mike Wengren, the drummer. So Dan hit me up. We played several shows together, but we played one at Rock on the Range. And he was side stage, and he was watching it. And, obviously I was a huge Disturbed fan growing up. And just like, I remember being in high school, just, this band is great. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, and at that point, I'm just dreaming of this, we're always dreaming, right?
Right.
And one day, Evans Blue, we finished that record, the Graveyard of Empires record. And we toured it, and then we came home, and I had some downtime. One of the guys was having a kid. I think Parker was having a baby, or Vlad might have been. I don't know. And I hit him up because I'd stayed in touch with him here and there on Facebook, and then I was like, "What are you doing? I mean, we should jam some songs or something, Man, I'd be totally down." And I'm sitting in my apartment, like, "Come on, man, please."
Anticipating the reply.
Yeah. And he wrote me back. He's like, "That would be cool. What did you have in mind?" I'm like, "Send me whatever. I'll write to it. Just, I've got some downtime. Let me know." And so he sent me First of the Last music. I wrote to that. He sent me a couple more, but then I actually, he's like, "Well, what do you got?" Because I was like, I don't want this to stop, and I felt like, what does he really, at the time, I'm like, well, what does he have to gain in this? I mean, he's obviously hungry still, and he wants to play music and change it up a little. So I didn't want to be like, well, I wrote to that one. You got any more? And then wait a year in case he's just like, man, that was cool. So I started writing again and pulling out a bunch of songs I had done on my own. And I just sent him these tracks, like literally. I'm thinking, should I send them 3 at a time or 4 at a time, or do I just do 2? Maybe, dude, it's all in your head now.
Yeah, you overanalyze everything, right? Yeah.
Evans Blue's my baby, right? So don't ever. It's never changed anything for me in Evans Blue. It was always Evans Blue's my baby, and I just thought, wow, what an awesome opportunity as just me to think. Almost selfishly, nostalgically, as a little kid, almost being like, wow, I get to jam with these guys. Maybe that would be amazing. So I sent him a bunch of tracks. He picked out a bunch of tracks that he liked. He recreated them in his studio. And then I would fly up to Chicago or drive up to Chicago, record the vocals. When Evans Blue would come through on tour, he'd pick me up at the concert venue. I'd go to his house. We'd record more vocals. I'd come back. And we finally got that done. And he's like, I want to bring Mike in. I want to bring Sean Corcoran from Raw, the bass player. I want to bring him in. He had somebody from Jeremy Jason. He was in a kind of a regional band. Really talented musicians. I was by far the bottom of the list on that group of people by far, man. And that seems to be the case in every band I'm in, to be honest with you. But I love it. I love it.
I don't know. Yeah, I have to agree with Don there that I don't know. You're a great singer. You're a great lyricist. So I mean, it's no wonder you're doing all the great things that you're doing. Do you think in your I guess you would know, is Fight or Flight? Is that you guys plan on coming out with any more music at all, or is that it's on the back burner? It could happen.
It could happen. I can just tell you honestly, there's no talk about it happening with a timeline of any sort.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if it happens again, it would be awesome, and it could, but I don't know that would be anything that would happen soon.
Well, Dan's a busy man. We've got Evans Blue, Fight or Flight, Emissary Echo, and Switch 3.
Switch 3.
Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Busy man.
But Evans Blue keeps you focused now. Emissary Echo, is that a newer band?
It is a new band. It's a newer project for me, which I take very seriously because the music that's come out of that is a different, I'm older now. The last Evans Blue record was what, 2016?
Yeah.
We're talking 5 years ago. It's like, we've been working on a new record. We've got the songs. There's a lot of stuff that needs to happen behind the scenes to make that actually happen. But it is happening, and it's slowly but surely happening a little faster now.
We're excited.
Do you think that with the different bands that you're in, do you feel like your vocal style changes to match the music? Because I feel like with Evans Blue and Fight or Flight, it's kind of a similar vocal style. But with Emissary Echo, maybe a little bit different. Do you feel like you have to change, or do you naturally change, or just do the same thing you always do?
I take, every song is different to me. I don't really like to see it as bands because I want to grow. I don't want to be the same dude,
Right.
So it's I like to grow, but every song is different. So I don't try to fit my style or Evans Blue style or Emissary Echo or Switch 3. It's obviously I'm going to have my things that might sound like me, but I try to cater to the song in general. Like it could be a Switch 3 or Evans Blue song, or it could be somebody sent me a song, want me to write to it. I'm going to approach it as the song and make the song as good as I can. And so I'm always writing to someone else's style, maybe.
Okay.
But mostly it's the mood of the music, like the mood. So a lot of Evans Blue stuff is dark, and I love that because I do too. I feel that, like those are my journal entries, man. That's my personal real stuff. I think Emissary Echo does the same thing for me. Like I write to that stuff in real. I would like to always think that I'll love those songs because they were truth. Whether I grew past them or not, the fact is I wrote them as truth, not as songs that were catchy, songs that were radio. Do we speed up the tempo because that's what most songs do? No, we don't do that. This is personal to me. I'm making a piece of art that I want to keep around forever and be proud of. Do I think I'm going to get rich playing music? No. Hell no.
Well, you're doing a beautiful job. You're doing a beautiful job. I would have never, unless Sebastian had told me, and I just did my research and just looked it up, I did not know that you were the lead singer, vocalist for Fight or Flight. But having all these songs on my playlist and knowing that it come from you and just seeing the vocal range change and just kind of flow,
That's so cool.
That was really cool to find out. So you're doing a beautiful job.
Just as cool for me to find out. Just
Dude,
saying
look,
that. Thank you.
I remember. So like, back in like I don't know when Fight or Flight came out with that song. But I had a Lexus RX 350, right?
Okay.
And I remember just rolling the windows down, opening the sunroof, and I had that thing on full fucking blast.
That's awesome.
Cruising through like a hello wealthy neighborhood, and I had my arm out the window, like, yeah, what's up? I got a Lexus, and I'm rocking out right now.
That's awesome, man.
And like everyone's probably looking at me that's outside, like this asshole, and I'm like feeling like I look cool. You know, like I look good.
You gotta do that. Keep the windows down, man. Play it.
Stay young.
So Evans Blue is working on stuff though right now. You guys are going back to the studio. You guys have some new songs getting ready to get released soon, huh?
Yes, we have new songs, and they are in the middle of. I mean, we've been recording them. Nothing is finally done. We haven't been able to say this is the day it's coming out, but it's coming out. It's gonna happen, and they're
happen. You guys are working.
We're excited.
So badass! I am so excited too. Like I wish I could just play you the songs, man.
And you're independent now. You guys are independent now, or are you guys still signed?
No, we're not signed.
So you're gonna release this. So when you guys make a music video for your newest song that you guys is gonna be a hit, right? You guys maybe plan on making a music video, and if you do make a music video, you guys come back on the show with that music video.
Yes, please.
And then we can play that song.
I think that it's incredibly important to make a music video to these songs. Every song that we feel strongly about, which is every song we play. We need a video for that. I mean, I think that's a huge. I mean, I know I sound like I'm way behind the curve here. Obviously, it's probably already known, but I need, and everyone in this band needs a video. Everybody in any band, if they're going to release a song, the video can tell the story, or it can also make the song like, whatever. But
it can also make a band that's unknown if they have a really great music video, and their song. Do you know how many bands that have really, really great songs? Well, there's no video. It's like it doesn't. You go on Spotify, you check them out. There's way less exposure.
Yeah.
I feel like people find new music on. A lot of people go to YouTube and they'll just play like. Let's say I want to listen to Evans Blue, for instance, right? Evans Blue. A lot of times it's going to Viva or whatever's going to pop. It's going to play similar songs to that. And if you don't have a music video, then these people are going to miss out. And there's so many songs like, oh, that's so freaking cool. If you're watching the video, you're going to get the song on your Spotify or Apple Music or whatever.
That's right.
Plus, when you give the music video, you have a place to put the visual, the passion somewhere.
Yeah.
You can just play it out the way that you want and express it in that demeanor. So
I think 100%. I mean, I think like Erase My Scars, without a music video behind that song, I'm not saying the song wouldn't have been great, but I feel because the song is the song, but it gives somebody a little bit more to go on. And then they look up more of you, you know, and then they hear your other songs. Maybe you don't have a video for it, but you don't have any idea how many people came from that one video you made of a great song, and now they found all your other great music.
Exactly.
You know, it's just the world turns like that now, I guess. I mean, it always has, but now it's just, I think a video is due for everything.
Plus, when you do a video, you can have that outlet for the passion behind the lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
And express it in whatever way that you want through your video.
That's it. No, we're starting a lyric music group. I'm just gonna talk about how awesome and what this meant to you. What do you think he means? What do you think he means?
Hey, I'm down. I'm in.
I'm telling you, I love that stuff.
Let's do it.
You know, and then I've done that kind of a little bit, like around people, but I always get way out of hand with it, and people just like want to go home because I'm like, no, that can't possibly be what he. Trust me, think about this, you know. But everybody relates to it differently. Like you thought I had 45 ex-girlfriends that I was having, and it was 44. No, those are very religious songs to me, just growth songs. You know.
Yeah. So I would assume then you don't really have one song that's your favorite because they all mean different things to you and they're all a little bit different. But do you have a favorite song to sing or perform live? You know, it may not be the one like it's one of your best. It's maybe a smaller one that you enjoy singing because you feel it. But is there one that when you're live and you got to play this song that you just feel the audience and just feel what you're saying?
I think for sure I do. if it's performing live to 2 people or performing live to 2,000 people, if that's the question, then it would be, I mean, always This Time Is Different. It's always a really good one.
I love that
just
song.
because we opened a lot with that song. So we had our intro and we came out and it just set us up right, you know?
Right.
I think that was a killer tune. And obviously we closed a lot with Erase My Scars. And
Sure.
that was such a popular song for us that everybody knew it. So that felt good also.
Mm-hmm.
There's a song called Thank You on Graveyard of Empires. That's one of my favorite songs that we have live and just to hear. But we have like a piano version of Warrior that we never released that I have that I'm like, we need to release this version. It's just like cellos and real cellos. I'm talking violins, real everything, whole orchestra.
Why didn't you release it for?
We just haven't yet. We purposely made it and I re-sang it and everything. So it's not just like the same vocals on it. Like it's a whole different song. Same song, different feel.
It's
Right.
reimagined. Reimagined. You have to put that out.
I know. I would love to, and we may do that. I would just do it right now. Honestly, I don't care. I just have to ask the guys first.
right.
But to me, it's like, dude, we made that on purpose to release it later. Like, why don't we do this version and release that afterwards? Well, we got to that point and ended up making another record and never did it. We have a few songs like that we tracked that are brand new, done. We just never put them out, but we played them live. And people ask about them, like, where's that song?
Where's it at?
And I'm like, man, we have these songs. We could just put them out there, you know?
Yeah. When you guys come up with when Evans Blue comes out with the new, is it going to be an album or are you going to drop singles?
It won't. Well, it probably won't just be singles. It'll probably be like, I mean, if it's up to me, I'm just impatient. So I'm like, I want everybody to hear it now. Go. But it'll probably end up being a few songs at a time, I guess. I don't know. I've always been a big fan of, you know, putting out songs that kick ass that are mine. I mean,
full length album, music videos to every single song.
I would love to put out a whole full length album, dude. I would love to. And we could. But it's like, do we wait till we have that? Or we just like, I mean, what's Today doing? You tell me. I mean, what are all the musicians you talk to? Are they putting out EPs? Are they putting out singles?
They're putting out singles.
Yeah. That's kind of how Emissary Echo has been going.
Okay, yeah. Well, most bands nowadays, so if you're asking me, most bands that I talk to, it's not common. And you're like my 195th band to talk to on here, so it's not very common. That band's put out full length albums because the world's kind of changed. Because not every band has a budget to make a music video for every single song, and it's important, I think. And I don't know. This is just from what I've been hearing and doing the show. Yeah. Most bands, they want to come out with a song and a music video to go with that. And, you know, the budget has to build back up to come do that again, or maybe a lyric video, but they don't necessarily drop like a 12-song album at one time. I mean, it does happen. It's just not as common. Right.
And it makes sense not to do it. You know, I mean, not necessarily for like financial purposes, but you don't want, you know, it's the world of singles now in a way where you don't want to write a B-side song. I mean, maybe you do, but your loyal fans are going to feel it, or they're going to get it, they're going to want it, but why would you put out a record that's going to be like you have your hit song and then you have to write another record, but you only have a couple that maybe people cared about?
Okay, so remember, like, let's go back to like 1999 or 2000, right? I remember buying even cassette tapes in the late 90s and CDs in the early 2000s. You'd buy the whole album, like, who sang that song, Come My Lady, Come My Lady? Whoever that band is, right?
Yeah.
Like, that was like the only good song, I think, that when I heard it. And not that it was the only good one, but it's the only one that sounded like that.
Right.
And I don't think that other songs sounded like that. So to me, it was a little bit disappointing. It's like they got one really good song and they just threw whatever else shit they had on that album, you know?
Yeah.
And it just, and so I think it's important for bands to come out with hit after hit. Fortunately, though, for Evans Blue, it works out for you guys that every song's already a hit. To me, anyways, I swear to God, I think that. I really think that. I love all the songs that you're on. It's absolutely so cool. Fantastic.
You're the best. I like you, and can we talk all the time? Build me up, man. Killing me.
Come on, man. Put it out.
Well, I appreciate you coming on the show, Dan. I mean, I reached out to you, you know, like you reached out to them, and I said, hey, man, you want to be on the show? You're like, sure. And I was like, hell yeah.
My pleasure, man. It is my pleasure.
Yep, absolutely. Hey, stay right there till after the outro song is done. I do want to say for everyone who wants to check out Evans Blue, check them out. Check out Fight or Flight. Check out Emissary Echo. Check out Switch 3. All fantastic bands. This guy's an amazing singer. Don, thank you so much for co-hosting the show with us. It's not like you do every Friday. And I want my fans to know, don't hate me because this isn't like live and it's pre-recorded live. People get like pissed. They quit watching. So we're going to put an end to that right now. You guys watch this show also. All right. So, all right. That's all I got. Please go to www.theloudspot.net. Patreon page is patreon.com/theloudspot. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and subscribe to Evans Blue YouTube channel and all their other channels. That's all I got. So thanks again. Peace out. Rock on.
Much love.
There we go.
This is the Loud Spot outro by nothing short of tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does nothing short of tragic have us back again? Yes. Does everything that's good really have to end? Yes. Our pimp host has to pimp show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.
Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to click the like and share button.
Don't forget to go to our YouTube and subscribe.
If you want to listen to our audio and pick up some cool merch, go to www.theloudspot.net. Peace out, rock on, much love.